James, this is your computer and I'm going to show you how to install it from scratch. We are going to use this USB drive. This will arrive with a laptop, and even though everything is going to be installed, you will be able to install everything from scratch by using this USB drive. First thing you have to do is to plug the USB drive into your laptop. Okay, do it like this. You start your computer, and so you need to press escape as soon as the computer is starting. Now, this is the message you will get. F9 is the key you have to press, and you will get a menu with the different options to boot up your computer. You have to choose the third one, USB hard drive, Kingston Data Traveler 3.0. Enter, and the computer will start. We are going to install Linux in your computer. It's called Manjaro. It's a Linux distribution, as I mentioned in the blog posts. And we need to do some configuration. So let me zoom it. We are going to change the key table because you have a Spanish keyboard, and we are going to keep English as a language because it's going to be much better. If you have any issue and you need to search for it in the internet, it's going to be easier. And driver, we are going to change it to non-free. Non-free, and finally we are ready to install. It's gonna take a while. The installation process takes some minutes, and I will stop the video for a while and then Okay, so the installation process is starting. So I thought it was going to start from scratch again, but no, it is starting. Now we have to invoke the installer launcher, and the whole process is going to happen automatically. The only thing you need to be aware of is something you have to do afterwards is to install the drivers for the Wi-Fi network, Wi-Fi card. Once you get this screen, you need to click on Launch Installer, and the installation process will start. Okay, time to choose the language. Unfortunately, there is no Scottish English, and so the closer to your to the language you speak is British English. It's gonna complain about the connection to the internet, so there is no Wi-Fi connection at this point. We need to install the drivers afterwards, but that's fine. Time zone is gonna be London. And the keyboard has to be Spanish. Here we go. Default is okay, and next. Erase the whole thing. So you better have a backup of all important files, because you need to reinstall things. The easiest way is to erase disks. That means everything is going to be removed from your system. Next, your name, James. I would change this to James Morrison. And now I'm going to choose a password. So let me move the camera just a little bit to avoid including this in the video, because it's gonna be a super secret password. Login automatically without asking, use the same as administrator account. Next. LibreOffice is gonna be the office suite for you, just in case you want to use Word, Excel and all those things. And we are done. Install now. Sometimes this happens, it's like flashing or blinking. I think that's the screen setup. The only thing you have to do is press F2, F3 to modify the brightness, and that's all sorted. Okay, so we are almost there. As you can see, it's installing the bootloader. Once it's installed, we are ready to restart the computer and start doing the additional setup to have the Wi-Fi connection up and running. And after the Wi-Fi connection setup, we will install the Skype. So we will be able to have our weekly chats. Okay, so all done. As the message says, check this checkbox, restart now, and then click done, and the computer will restart. Now you need to unplug the USB drive and let the computer start by itself. Now it's going to start your brand new operating system. So welcome to the Linux users community. So you are part of this small percentage all over the world who are using a Linux system. So you must be proud of it. Okay, so the system is up and running. It's still loading. It will show a screen welcoming you to the system, so you can. I will keep it here. It is up to you want to disable or not. So maybe you can go over the different links and have a look at the different options and documentation you have available. But at this point, I'm going to close it. And so the first thing we need to do is to enable the Wi-Fi network card. Again, we are going to plug the USB drive into the computer. Okay, it is there. If you double click on the file system icon, you will have two entries over here. So the second one, no, the first one is the one you have to use. So you see this folder is called self-healing, don't remove. So here's where additional packages, additional software is available to install to set up the Wi-Fi connection. Double click over here. As you can see, there are 4 items in here. 3 of the items are packages for installing, for adding new functionality to your current operating system, and this readme is just a very simple file with a line on how to install the driver, the Wi-Fi network driver. File terminal, that's going to open a terminal inside this folder, and now we are going to install those packages one by one. So let's start with With the first one, with the Linux headers, you need to type sudo because we need to elevate privileges, and then we are going to use pacman is the packet manager, and minus uppercase U, and finally the package name. Hit enter. You need to type the password. Okay, proceed with installation, yes. Cool, we need to do the same with the rest of the packages. Sudo pacman minus big U, and now it's time to install the DKIS. Okay, so everything seems to be fine, and finally we're going to install the package containing the drivers for the network, for the Wi-Fi network card. This is something I compiled before, so believe it or not, I've simplified the process a bit, sorry, not a while. So sudo pacman minus big U, and now it is RTL. Yes. Cool, so it took a while, as you've realized, but we are ready to install the drivers. So right now the driver is in the system, but you need to enable it. And in order to do so, you need to display the contents of the README file. So you need to use this cat command, and you will get this line, and it is just a matter of selecting the line, copy, paste, and hit enter. Oh, and before that you need to type sudo. Okay, actually was installed. Okay, it was installed automatically. Yeah, you can see it here. Perfect, so you can skip that file. Let me remove it in that case, you don't need it. Cool, that's it. Your system is ready to be used. Now we're going to restart the system because we need to do it over here in order to the drivers take effect. You need to unplug the USB drive when the system is starting. Yeah, at this point you can do it, and hopefully the driver is installed properly, so the previous attempt worked out properly, so it should work out this time as well. Let's see what happens. Perfect, so as you can see over here, I don't know if you can, yeah. Wi-Fi network is available, that means the network is, the network card is working. And it's telling you that it identified some networks, Wi-Fi networks. We are going to connect to those. If you click on this network icon at the bottom of the screen, you will see the Ethernet network is disconnected because we don't have any cable. But when it comes to Wi-Fi networks, we are not connected to any network, but we have the different networks available where I'm working. So there are two Wi-Fi network, so I'm going to use the 5G because it is much robust. I click here, and so it will ask for my password. Here you need to do the same, but using your Wi-Fi network and your password. So let me copy it. So let's see if I did it right. So it is thinking connection established. So 25% strength, so that means I'm a little bit far from the router, but that's fine. So if I open a browser, I should be able to browse the internet. We'll see. Okay, so let's close this. I'm going to try YouTube. Okay, so this is good. That means it works. There is internet connection. Okay, let's close this. Okay, and I would like to play something. Maybe this one, just to check that the audio is working as well.
¿Te has dejado la mejor parte? No, seguro que ya no.
Cool, it works. We can close this. Next thing you should do is to update your system. So even though I downloaded the operating system a couple of days ago, probably there are some packages to be updated. That's something that you should do. So you need to be careful, because if you are upgrading the kernel, maybe the wireless, the Wi-Fi drivers stop working. So be sure that kernel is not in the list, and if it is not in the list, just apply everything. In case you see kernel or something, so let's check it before doing the upgrade, because maybe your system is stop working because you upgrade the kernel. And so yeah, it's good practice to upgrade your kernel from time to time, but in this case, as we are not sure if the driver for the Wi-Fi is gonna work, we need to be careful with that. So as you can see, it's downloading the different packages that are available to update, and after some minutes they will be available in your system. Usually you don't have to restart the system. In this case, Firefox is going to be upgraded. If Firefox is open, obviously you need to close it in order to get the new version, but the operating system is not going to be restarted. And that's all. So there is going to be another video on how to install Skype, but that's gonna be a different one, just to avoid messing things up. Okay, so if everything goes well, you will get this screen and you're ready to continue working with the system. Okay, so I hope you don't have to follow these steps. So that would mean that everything is working properly, but just in case you need to use it, here it is. Bye bye.